What? Chat, what? What is this? You know what? I feel for my opponent. I gotta even the playing grounds. I gotta respect the rock bear.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
What's up, YouTube, and welcome to Heimerdinger Jayce, a bit of an Arcane-inspired tech-centered deck that has Hextech Handler at the core of its synergies, granting all tech allies everywhere +1/+1 once you've cast a 6+ cost spell this game. Doesn't matter if the handler is already on the board or if you play it and then the effect activates. The idea with this deck is that we play plenty of ways of activating that effect very early on. Production Surge is one of the best ways. We pass turn 1, pass turn 2, play it for 6 mana on turn 3. We get somewhat useful turrets, and often in the very next turn we can already play the Hextech Handler that should in most matchups be our keep on the mulligan and start snowballing the board like crazy. Apart from that, of course, Heimerdinger generates a bunch of tech turrets. All of those are going to be super juiced up once Hextech Handlers have been played. And at the same time, a cute little symbiosis going on. The buff turrets also make Heimerdinger level up faster, allowing us to snowball the board even quicker. Now, why is Jayce in there? First of all, the 6 mana spells give Heimerdinger elusive turrets, which are generally the best turret you can get off of Heimerdinger and pose the biggest threat to close out the game. Also some of the best defenders in the current meta when you have a lot of elusives running around. And of course, Jayce can double our 6+ cost spells, which means we get 2 turrets at once, as well as generating a useful spell like Acceleration Gate once he levels up, which is super nice onto our tech army later on in the game. Another thing to note here is we also play Adaptatron. So if we have Adaptatron on the board, then at some point play a Hextech Handler. All the other attacks that we play afterwards get the quick attack keyword already. And that does not only allow us to preserve our board very effectively, but that makes Acceleration Gate a lot better because we get more random keywords even if we don't double cast it. If we just single cast it, we can get some serious high roll keywords onto our attacks. I'll just glance over the rest of the deck real quick. Another way of proccing our Hextech Handlers early if we don't find Production Surge is Assembly Line as a proactive play, just developing a board. Shock Blast as a reactive play if our opponent already opens up with some units, or Thermo Beam for 6 mana, but of course we don't often want to do that on turn 3. It's kind of an overkill. We can keep that in the back of our mind, and a bit of a desperation go-to can always be Flash of Brilliance, finding something at 6 cost. A card that also helps a lot with achieving this is Forge Chief. It's basically often going to be our 0 mana 1-drop, and it's very good in a lot of matchups to already have that board presence. If she hits multiple times, even better. She's basically giving us mana while also being free unit on the board. But we need to watch out that our opponent does not have effective removal for Forge Chief. So for example, Parley, Make It Rain, Vile Feast, Mystic Shot, because if we don't get that strike, we won't have 6 mana in total available on turn 3. And the rest of the deck is just a mixture of utility, burn, removal, and a bit of board presence. So removal and burn would be Thermo Beam and Mystic Shots. Utility and protective tools, of course, Twin Disciplines, Nopify, Denies, Concussive Palms. Will of Ionia is very flexible as well. Some of the cooler cards for board presence are Forge of Tomorrow, of course, for the refill spell mana effect, which can, of course, sometimes result in 0 mana Forge Workers. And Golden Crushbot is a fun addition here, just because as soon as it receives 1 Hextech Handler buff, it's already a 3 mana 3/6 and super effective fearsome blocker, trades very nicely, and will sometimes also get extra keywords from Adaptatron. And the last couple of techs that are kind of cute, not absolutely necessary, but fun to have in the list are Progress Day and Albus Ferros. Progress Day also gives us a huge bot off of Heimerdinger, make sure we don't run out of value. Ferros, a mixture of not running out of value and a potential finisher. Now, first of all, by no list is the means refined. There are a lot of potential tech choices. The ratios can be changed. It can be adapted to whichever meta you're currently running into. But this did feel like a very solid place to start. About the power level of the deck overall, I'm not entirely certain. So apparently the background story behind this version is that a player in the America's Masters ladder played it with some reasonable success. And I found this deck on Margin-Bay's YouTube channel, who also posted a video about it a week ago or so. I'll also leave the link in the description to that one, by the way. And the deck is definitely a bit meta-dependent, definitely has some strengths and weaknesses, but should be playable all the way up to Masters, so maybe not super competitive, but a solid deck, and especially a very fun deck with some very unique playstyles, very unique interactions between the cards, and some pretty sweet combos. I've had a blast playing this deck on my Smurf account on the Americas, and I'll share some gameplay with you. The nutritious BIG just followed me. I respect it. Welcome to the channel. Anivia. People are playing some weird decks these days. Like, Heimer is only good after we already had a Hextech handler. I don't even know if we keep 4 Chief. Guess on turn 1 it's fine. Nopify is a keep for sure for Glimpse and Gluttony.
Let's get to work.
Oh, this is her whistling?
Let's go, people.
Also, is that supposed to be like a monocle? Is that supposed to be Hextech Braum?
Need clearance, pal. Keep it up. Get out.
I could not block play assembly line next turn, hope to get another mana proc from the 4th Chief. But then it does allow my opponent to set up much better avalanches and so on, and ravines. That was Hextech Lobster? Maybe it was. Is Braum the only person allowed having a mustache in this world? Well, Braum and me. But that's pretty much it. Don't want to play Jayce before he's leveled. Gangplank? Gangplank's mustache is a joke. Come on. Not even Margin Bay? He doesn't have a mustache though, does he? Orn? I mean, all of those are like pseudo mustaches. They're fully packed with facial hair, fur, all kinds of stuff. I mean, the same way that Heimerdinger's mustache is not like a mustache, right? It's just part of his fur. Yeah, that's just an avalanche or a ravine setup. I don't have to take the attack here. I can go Jayce and then go assembly line later on. Like these two could swing, I suppose. Ruination's a bit annoying.
Let me know if you still want them science lessons, Jayce. Will do, Axel.
Arcane 2 when? I think they said 2023, right? Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's see what Production Surge gives us. Too bad there's no scout. Tough is kind of cute in this matchup. Not too bad of a power turn. Draven has a mustache. Yeah, to be fair, Draven's mustache is lit. Pantheon doesn't have a real stash. Come on.
The spirit of winter awakens.
I kind of want to go for an Albus Ferros Leaf, eh? I almost hope my opponent has something like a Vile Feast here. Oh. Oh. The thing is, if I go for a Nopeify here, if I click OK, I can actually lose the game. For the content.
I bring the storm.
Boy, out.
Rend the skies.
Punch it out.
I'm so gonna get punished for this.
Come on, people. Let's make tomorrow today.
Mind is nothing without means.
Don't you dare ruinate this board. Albus Ferros with a hyper carry. Just strikes fear into our opponents, makes them insta-concede. Albus is kind of useless, very situationally dependent. Let's put it that way. Issue with handlers, it really hurts if you didn't draw 6 mana spell. But you play a lot of potential 6 mana spells. Assembly line, shock blasts, production surge, and if needed, even will of thermal beam.
Keep it up.
Heimerdinger Jayce is a strange deck. It's not the most consistent one, that's for sure.
Time for a leap of faith. Yes, my lord.
Extra hands never hurt.
Oh, is that for me, Nugget?
Break the silence.
Stash King is back. Not playing the Yordle Lulu deck. Yeah, I don't usually play decks for too long in a row. Oh, I ordered it the wrong way around. I didn't even notice. I thought this would still share a quick attack over.
What I pay you for.
Crushbot for the win. I just wish it was a bit stronger in this.
Let me know if you still want them science lessons, Chase.
Will do, Axel.
Still can't help but feel like Axel and Jayce look super related. Doesn't Harrowing revive Forge Workers over Handler though because of bait stats? I don't know.
Don't want any trouble. Call that
Have I tried Harrowing Handler? I've seen it, but I haven't played it, no. I mean, Harrowing Handler looks very memed here. Be better if it wasn't bugged. How is it bugged?
Everyone here? Let's go.
Oh, they don't get +1/+1 everywhere? Okay, okay, I see. Oh my goodness, what a hand. Maybe override the handler. Or I just keep mana for Mystic Shot, Nopify this round. Might be better. Like, I probably close out the game on my next attack anyway.
You have much to learn.
Alright, nice. This spawns a Kennen, right?
Maybe I do have a future.
So if we can remove this, Kennen doesn't level.
I go where the road takes me.
I think 3 Kennens have been played so far. Could just recall Yasuo. I think it's just Mystic Shot here. Oh, he was at 4 out of 5. Sure thing. Freaking Yasuo.
The future is what I make it.
As soon as Kennen gets replayed, we could just will Yasuo.
I possess the secrets of King Ku.
Actually, I could wait for the attack. My opponent uses both marks on Albus, probably. Let's do that.
The silent death.
Come on then.
Bye-bye. Maybe I should have let Yasuo hit me. Does make a difference if I attack with an extra 3-1. I want to put this on the stack immediately before my opponent can go for some recalls. Albus Ferros played no role in Arcane though, right? I don't think anyone of the Ferros family really appeared.
Money matters.
Balance in all things.
As soon as Yasuo gets played, the game's over and no deny mana anymore. Maybe Ferros will be in Season 2. Probably. I mean, there's a good chance that something happens to some parts of the council. Without wanting to spoiler too much. GG. Beat the best deck in the game, except for they played Yasuo. So I guess we beat the best deck in the game and simultaneously passed the Yasuo test. 2 in 1, baby. Let's go. Now this is where things get interesting. Jayce comes down a bit late. Shock Blast is probably a good keep for MF. If we had the attack token on turn 4, we could keep Jayce, trying to contest MF. That can never be good. I think I kind of have to play the handler. If I pass that click end round, I just fall behind a bit too far for my tail. Actually, miss. Meh. Yeah, let's just play it.
Protect my own.
Invest a 2 mana card to take out a 3/4. Definitely worth it.
No prey, no pay.
I didn't really want to play the second handler before seeing if my opponent goes for Valor. Okay. No Shock Blast on these two is too bad to range as resolve, I think. So we take the guaranteed kill on the bird, I think. Yeah, I was thinking about not playing the Hextech handler last round so we can Mystic Shot MF as well this turn, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be worth it because my opponent is not threatening to level MF since my opponent has no scout units.
Let's get to work. Fresh out of mercy.
Love ya.
Could make Milady an animated emote? True. Would be kind of cool.
Follow my lead.
Ooh, okay, now we're in some trouble. Actually, no, we can palm her. But the extra HP on MF is a problem. I mean, we can deny a rally.
Want to make progress happen.
Pretty good draw.
Well, if it isn't the man of tomorrow.
Hey, back to work if you don't want to be the lady of yesterday.
Let's go. Second sharp side's devastating, but then we can still at least Mystic Shot MF on the first swing right away. Actually, no, we can Mystic Shot this turn, never mind. It's a double Forge Chief.
Your conquest ends here.
Ah, sick.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, this should be GG. That was close though, I'm not gonna lie. Opponent has one more power turn with 4 Demacia, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Production surge after triple handler is gonna be pretty epic. Go for a 12 mana one next turn.
Quiet of the woods.
Ooh, no mana for 4 Demacia.
Hextech coming through.
Hold nothing back.
6 mana this turn.
Keep it up.
Sure. Setting up the open attack lethal. The one time you're supposed to not do this. Literally the one time. Here's Challenger. Yeah, the point is we usually get multiple bots off of Production Surge. But either way, as long as our opponent doesn't have more units, we still have open attack lethal. GG's. Lurk. That's an interesting matchup. Shock Blast very good here though. Ooh. Sweet hand. Pretty sure Dev said it's not random and caters for a better outcome. Whoa! Doesn't feel like it though.
Remember,
Subjectively
we're the ones to make
speaking.
progress happen. Watch your backs. Let's go, people.
Alright, we're going Production Surge on 3. Means the spell won't obliterate bots and rather try to fill space. Yeah, that's for sure. Like, they don't overflood the board ever. But I think... At least, the way, see, this is like... How I understood it is, as long as your board is not getting overflown, it's random. I have to take the 4 Chief block at some point. Good and bad matchups for this deck. Oh, this should be pretty decent into a lot of mid-range and control type of decks. Due to Denies and Will of Ionia. I can't say for sure. Double Mystic Shot this. Then my opponent also doesn't get to Lurk. Looks really good. Won't cure possible. Still, we shut down the Lurk. We force our opponent to use a lot of resources. Main deck Bones Cure, okay. Matchup versus aggro. I'd say okay, but not great. Like, we do have plenty of 1-drops plus effective removal and Thermo Beam Mystic Shot. It depends a bit on the matchup and the deck. Okay, I play Jayce this turn, so I have either Shock Blast or both of these next turn. Challenger stops my opponent from playing Pyke. Could open pass first, actually. Nah, I can just develop.
There's nothing a little ingenuity can't fix.
Free unit, let's go. That's pretty big, getting a free unit for picked off here. Don't you think Bandit City could be better than Ionia's second region for this deck? It's quite different. It plays very differently. Depends on the meta. Pyke on top of the deck. And Shock Blast doesn't look very good anymore. Oh, maybe I should have played Flash of Brilliance right away, check for something useful first. Something like Dragon's Rage would have actually been epic. Open attack kind of forces our opponent to block. Oh, death from below incoming. Right. Isn't this always the better block on the 3-3? Interesting. Okay, Pyke might take out my board next turn. You can play Hidden Pathways for 6 mana for synergy now. Kinda hard to play this deck and not get the conditionality effect. Like, not get the discount triggered.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle.
I'll save the bot for next turn so I can play it after my board gets removed. Ooh. That's hot. Protect both. It doesn't work. My opponent attacks. I can't stop Pyke from clearing up my board. I can play this on just one unit though, right? If I'm not mistaken. This is a 4-2. This would kill Pyke. Don't block Pyke. That's one way to do it.
Added to the bug list.
I think this works.
I smell
Rip. Okay. I don't know how this game works. Why not barrier? I want to barrier on the block. If I barrier there, I can't kill Pyke on the attack anymore.
Is that Jayce Tallis from the critically acclaimed Netflix show based on the hit game League of Legends? Back chest.
Yes, it is him. It is him indeed. Good spot there. Sparkling iced tea. Thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate it. But now next turn we also have mana for Acceleration Gate into Stand United, so we should be super fine here. Could have barriered the unit that Pyke hits plus Heimer. No, Pyke still hits... Oh, wait. Yeah, but then I still don't kill Pyke when he swings, right? If I'm not mistaken. Maybe there was some way to solve that puzzle, but I didn't see it at that point. One barrier on the Forge Worker, the other on Heimer. It swaps and then Heimer loses barrier. Forge Worker half barrier. And Pyke is not leveled yet. Okay, yeah, maybe that would have been the best way. Ooh, double Scout. Let's go. Oh, we lose Jayce here. Because this doubles. Wait, we lose everything. Because Pyke hits second. I need to barrier these two. I need to let Jayce die.
What's the solve?
Jayce already doubled. Oh, right. It's only the first time. You guys are right. It doesn't matter though, because my opponent needs to block a lot anyway. They need to block 3 times. So they have to block with Pyke unless they hold another 1-drop. Cool. Okay. Tough game. Game too complicated. This matchup for sure. Man, trying to play against a leveled Pyke with a hangover. Not fun. You push. What is it? I live if I block, but I'm dead to Snapjaw. Actually, I'm not dead to Snapjaw. 1 HP gaming, let's go. Every time I tune in, we have a hangover. Maybe you only tune in on like Saturdays and Sundays. This meta is driving the drinking up. Classic Ahri Kennen PTSD. Okay, we can trade off both units. And I mean, we have to. Our opponent has to play Snapjaw. We have to block with this. We have to swing with this. It might be a Bone Skewer top deck then. We just need a unit or a Mystic and we're fine. Shock Blast works. Kinda works, if that's a Chronomancer or something. Okay, that's probably a Bone Skewer, which unbricks our Nopify. We lose the Treasure Seeker? No, we don't. We can Nopify the Waking Sands. Okay, our opponent has to block it. I think we shoot this, though. Ah, no, then we don't have Nopify mana again for the Skewer. Like, this is either a Skewer or a one-off Ruthless Predator, right? So it's more likely to be Skewer. I guess our opponent plays it as a 2 or 3 of. Let's go. So whichever unit our opponent predicted, we can just beam next turn. So we're up 1 card in hand and one card on board. What in the hell am I seeing? Chat, what? What is this? how can you ever justify... You know what? I feel for my opponent. I gotta even the playing grounds. I gotta respect the rock bear. I want to see what happens. Okay, now it's fair game.
Answers, I have them.
Oh, that's rough. Okay, our opponent didn't find a unit. Definitely need the turret. The turret is gonna force Pyke to block. Oh no, they get the rock bear as well. What is that card if you're open attacking? Might be another skewer or something like that. More rock bears, KW. Look at his palm on the rock bear. Let's go, baby. Wait, what if it's a random ass tech like Rite of Negation? I deny it? I have to do it next turn then. Now that I saw a frickin' hibernate... I don't even know what that card is called. Hibernating rock bear. I will take the extra precaution. Dude, if this is a Rite of Negation, like Pedro is gonna be critically acclaimed as the best deck builder in the world. No doubt about it. It's not a Rite of Negation. GG's. Gotta give props to Pedro nonetheless. What the hell was this game? What was this game?